Guys, today is April 1st. It's the day after Easter, of course, 2024. So we're just starting to prepare for garden season here. And I thought I'd come outside because it's nice and sunny. It's 40 degrees, so it's not super warm, but honestly, in the sun and it's kind of a light breeze, feels really nice. So you can see the kale here. It's had a trimming, so there's like leaves and stuff we got to pick up all over the place. But it was doing really good because we had this weather like over a month ago. And so the kale was growing back really nice. And then the ice cold weather set in again, and we had that huge snowstorm. And so it looks a little rough. Maybe if we trim it one more time or just let it grow out and just cut off the burnt spots, maybe it'll be okay. We'll just have to see. You can see the garlic, same thing. It had pretty much grown up for the most part, and uh, it's the tops have gotten pretty yellowed out, and this bed needs to be weeded big time, obviously, which is kind of crazy that this one got so weedy. But I guess because of the zucchini or whatever that was in there, it got pulled a lot sooner. So this is the cabbage, the leftover cabbage that was in here last year. That just most of it, some of it had like wormholes in it, and it just did not appeal to me. The idea of bringing it into the house. I almost took off without pointing out the fact that Jake just built this third garden bed, and it's not filled yet, but we have a bunch of dirt sitting in the garage in the little wheelbarrow thing, and then we got all that topsoil over there that's probably going to go in the bottom. I'm still questioning if I should put. I was thinking about putting a couple bags of wood chips in here, but that would mean I'd have to drive into town. We'll see. But this year, there's not going to be any pumpkins in the garden, in the bed. Doesn't mean there will not be pumpkins, but there will not be any in this bed. They didn't do well here. I don't know if it's, because we took really good care of them and had irrigation run to them all, and they got good fertilizer, inline fertilizer all year. So what I'm just going to do instead is we bought several different varieties, which I'll go over those the closer we get to starting them. But they're going to go out there in the little orchard area. So this will be used. I'm debating on whether or not I want to peel up this last row of fabric, or if I want to just expand the garden, which sounds more like something I would do, and take it out one more to have like a dirt row so that I can plant stuff like carrots and celery and onions and rutabaga, because it's kind of hard to plant those in little tiny holes. So that's kind of the thought. And I want to do some corn this year, and I don't want to plant a single stalk and get 8 stalks of corn. So I want to plant them in bare dirt, and we'll just have to keep up on weeding in that area, which for that small of an area will be easy peasy. You can see all the trees are starting to bud. This is the sugar maple, and looking really nice. I'm looking forward to. I mean, this thing is like so tall. When we first put it in here, it was just a little twig of a thing. It didn't have too many branches, and it was probably like, I think it was about 7 feet, 6 feet tall. That was like 4 years ago. I think it was planted in maybe 5 years ago, 2019 or maybe even 2018. But anyways, now it's like at least 20 feet. I don't know. Anyways, I really love it. It came from my parents' land. Okay, and then here, this apple tree. This one is the McIntosh. You can see it's really budded out as well. And I've already sprayed these apple trees once this year, and I'm gonna have to do it again probably today, because when I sprayed them last time, the buds were like half this size. But again, then it went to, they were like this. But again, it went to like winter weather here, And so there wasn't really a lot of point in spraying them. So I don't know if these are leaf buds and these are fruit buds. I think that's how it goes. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, this guy had a bit of a pruning because, I tried to like stretch out his branches, and he just did not come pruned well. I haven't decided if I want to top it. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm considering it because that is really tall for an apple tree. It's like 8 feet, 9 feet tall for a small apple tree. So we'll just see. And the other trees are doing pretty good, other than the fact that the deer got into them. So they definitely took like 4 to 6 inches off from most of the branches, which is sad, but not fully unexpected. That's why I we put the little cage thing over that guy because we knew he would be in trouble by mostly the rabbits, but also possibly the deer. I just didn't want him to eat that too badly. But the trees we took the fencing down around them last year because I feel like they're big enough that they'll survive either way. And look at this little birdhouse that my dad built me for Christmas. How cute is that? It's got a little wood pile and a little stump with an axe in it, and then a barrel with a little beer on it. That's so cute. And it's got poop on it. So somebody's been checking it out, and hopefully it's a bluebird, but could also be one of those house sparrows because they like the same type of place. But yeah, so that'll be good. I'll have to get out and spray those today. And here's the potato bed. So our brilliant idea, which I still think is a good idea, but you know how if you leave a potato in the ground, it'll grow again the following season. So I thought after we harvested all of our potatoes and we had a ton of little tiny baby ones, I thought let's put them back in and let them sit over winter and see what happens. If they grow, if they don't, I mean, we still have potatoes that we can plant if they don't work out. But so we put like 20 red potatoes on this side and 20 russet potatoes on this side, which was fine. But then I started noticing quite a few places, and they've since been covered up a lot because the kids have been in here weeding, but where something has been digging in here. So I don't know if it's a vole or a ground squirrel or even a woodchuck. I don't think a woodchuck would not leave a bunch of trails, but you never know. And something has dug in here. Now, I don't know for a fact that they've eaten the potatoes because I didn't dig down there to see if there's a potato where they dug because I don't know how accurate they were. And they could have all just rotted as well. I don't know. So, and that could have attracted them. So I'm not really sure if we do find potatoes. If we don't find any potatoes, then we may just pull this whole bed out, redo it, put mesh down, the hardware mesh down underneath it, and put something over the top of it for next winter. So I don't know. We'll see. Or we won't do that next year. I don't know yet. This I've been kind of pulling some of the weeds out of because the tall grass is all dead here and stuff. And you can see my poor sage has been really beaten up and basically forced against the fence there with all this long grass. I mean, you can see some of it's like way out here. But that I don't know if I can just cut it down. I have to do some research because I'd love to cut it down and just move it and transplant it somewhere safer. And until we get an herb bed specifically set up, I think I'm going to do all of the herbs in this ugly drawer thing. So as you can see, look at my chives look awesome. And I think they're even growing a little bit right there. And I don't know. I did cut this one back, and this is the lavender. So I don't know. But it had so many weeds and stuff in it. And this was all brown. But that might be normal. I don't know. And there's a little piece here that I don't know if it seeded or, I mean, it couldn't, clearly it can't do runners, but, or if I just broke off a piece and stuck it in the ground. Yeah, I don't remember. But so there's that. And there was last year a little bit of mint somewhere in here that I think it was here that came back from the very first time I planted mint in this drawer. So I don't know. I don't see it again now though. And this is that oregano, and it survived the winter in this ugly corn box. And this is the peppermint, and it's kind of, I don't know if you can tell because it's so dark colored, but it's growing back all over the place in here actually. So those will have to get transplanted out of here somewhere. And this is just that topsoil that I had left over that I'm going to put into the raised bed over there, and hopefully start moving some strawberries, because I want to get all the strawberries that I can into that bed and away from that fence so that they're a lot easier to care for. And I couldn't resist. I bought this hardy kiwi. It's called Prolific, and it's just like a little vine, and it grows like just, I think they're grape-ish sized or large grape-sized kiwis, but it's hardy here to our zone. Well, it just changed to zone 6, but I'm going to stick with the idea that it's zone 5 because it gets pretty cold in my yard for a little bit longer than some other places. We tend to get frost when other people don't. So I'm going to stick with the zone 5 here in West Michigan. And then I also got this Himrod grape, but I'm a little concerned because I've had it in the house for a couple of weeks, and I haven't noticed any growth on it. And usually after sitting in there a couple weeks, I even added a little water into these guys just to make sure, just a little bit, to make sure they're not fully dried. But we're going to try to plant it and see what happens. So I had that fabric we put down the other day because we took it from where the raised bed was, where the new raised bed went. We pulled it from there, and I just placed it down right there because I'm going to do basically the same thing over there, only better because the grapevine will not have been in my way. So we're going to do that and put it here. And the only thing that I'm worried about is that it didn't say seedless on it. So I don't know. Might not be able to. We'll see. Hopefully it's not a super seedy variety, but I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. If it is, I guess, oh well. But anyways, so I got that. And I was thinking about there's another grape that I want to try to grow, and it's a red grape, and it's called a Catawba grape. And so I want to have a grapevine here and maybe a grapevine there. And I don't know. I don't know how this kiwi vine is going to grow yet. So I'm kind of afraid to put it too close to our grapevines because I don't know if it's going to grow like a monster and take off. So I might have to find a different place for that. And hopefully this wind isn't bothering anybody because I bought a couple of wireless mics. It's like a little 2-pack, and I actually started to record this video already and realized that my mic was not turned on, so it didn't record any audio at all. So there's Rock, poor baby. He's definitely starting to show his age. He turned 17 on March 14th, so he's a little old man. He's unfortunately started losing weight and losing hair ever since he got bit by that tick last year. You can see like the hair, his neck keeps drying out. I put some hot spot stuff on it, and then I give him oatmeal baths, but he needs another one here shortly. Poor guy. He's so skinny, and he eats like 4 times a day. I think because he just can't, the nutrients aren't really sinking in. So he just eats and eats a lot. And then he has a lot of digestive problems, the baby. But he's still trying, right, Bubba? And he still loves eating his dirt and stuff. Look at him chewing on that dirt. So weird. It's just like something that he's missing. This is one of his dirt holes. And then I think a mole or something used that as a good way to enter the ground. Well, anyways, guys, when I start doing stuff, I'll probably come out and record that. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for being patient with me because I haven't really been putting anything out lately. And I haven't really had a whole lot to report. So anyways, guys, if you made it all the way through this long rambling planning video, then I really appreciate you. And I appreciate all of you taking time out of your day to listen to me and to look at my very dirty yard right now. So anyways, though, thanks for watching, guys. Um, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And just hug and kiss your little babies. All right? God bless. Bye.